I was looking at a file right now like, what the f is this? And then I click on it and I'm like, oh, it's just a test recording thing. Haha.
そんなに難しく考える必要はないわ。力に善悪なんてないのだから。
Too loud. Too loud. Hi, beginners. My name is VitaminDStain and welcome back. Or welcome to... What's this game called? Night! If you have not seen the previous episode, you know what to do. If you have not seen any episodes, you know what to do. And if you do happen to enjoy this video, please, I'm going to ask you to please consider the subscribe and hit the like. It helps me out a lot. Not only emotionally wise, but it also helps algorithm wise. And I want to grow. I want to hit 1,000 subsies. So I'd appreciate it if you helped me with that. Thank you. Anyway, let's get started.
Huh?
Oh my god. What if it's not even a plushie, it's just a cum sock?
Huh?
I know, that's what I said. A mysterious voice shatters Kujo's concern and turns it into panic. This is where you panic, really? She wasn't panicking over fire, but she's panicking over a sock, a cum sock? As for me, well, I'm less surprised. I mean, I saw it before it spoke. It was hard to miss, really. Something which definitely wasn't supposed to be moving around was clearly doing so. It was you all along, huh?
あの時アドバイスしてくれたよな。おかげで助かった。
Kujo directs a blank stare my way. Of course, I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to the cum sock behind her. A little plushie sitting where it shouldn't be.
ようやく私を受け入れる準備が整ってくれたわね。ぬいぐるみのふりをするの大変だったわ。
Is it really that hard to be a plushie? It doesn't seem very hard. Oh wow, that is bright. Yeah, let me turn that off. Yes, the cum sock. Wow, the cum sock is tiny. It looked a lot bigger an episode ago. Its lips curl into a smile and it levitates up into the air. A flying cum sock! That's crazy! Look at it! A flying cum sock! I did not imagine that being a thing in the Big 25. Wow. Okay, now that is surprising, you cum sock.
はじめまして、お二方。自己紹介させてもらうわ。
Ah, yes. Introduce yourself, my creation. It gently hovers up to us. Not to us. Up to us. To us! Over to us! Before landing on a table.
私の名はソフィーティア。
ソフィーティア？
アーティファクトを管理する組織、セフィロトの一員よ。
Bruh, just call yourself Sophia. What do you mean Sophia? Sounds like an illness. What was I gonna say? That's not stupid. Well, kind of probably less stupid. Let me see. What was it? Oh yeah, I might be a little energetic today. Had some sugar before this. Great time, sugar. Actually, not just sugar, but also realization that freed me of something that I've been carrying for the last 2 months. I've been liberated of that. And I finally feel some peace. And I think that's also where the energy is coming from. Anyway, yeah, I'm good. Real good. We have a cum sock named Sophia, guys. Kujo stares in awe at the plushie that just introduced itself as Sophiaitis. You know, that was an awfully quick introduction for such a complicated background, but I'm going to let it slide just this once.
そんなに怖がらないで。一応あなたたちと同じ種族よ。これは仮の姿。
The cum sock can transform?
ぬいぐるみが喋ったら、他のどんな不可思議な話も信じるだろうって思って、あえてこんな姿になってみたんだけれど。
She transforms into a human, looks us over with a cute... Actually, no. With a rather unsettlingly hollow eyes, and she gives us an ugly smile. That is an ugly smile.
その必要はなかったみたいね。もうあなたたちは、ぬいぐるみが話す以上の不可思議に巻き込まれている。
今、アーティファクトと言いましたか？
ええ、言ったわ。
詳しいんですか？
もともとは私の世界のものなんだもの。当然ね。
You know, this voice actress kind of sounds like the clock goddess from Chrono Clock? Or am I tripping?
私のあなたの世界。
Kujo turns to me, my eyes. Yo, is this thing on? It's a little hard to tell. You can look at me like that all you want, but I don't know what you're expecting from me, Missy. I mean, I'm barely following what's going on here. Maybe because Kujo has more background in this stuff than I do, she buys the story abnormally quickly.
何から何までアニメと同じ。アーティファクトは異世界から流入したものなんですね。
あなたの視点から見れば、そうね。私の視点だとアーティファクトが異世界に流出したということになる。
原因は神器が壊れたから。
あら、あなた素晴らしく頭がいいわね。その通りよ。
Is that blood coming from her head? I was like, no way, that's ketchup. What? And why does it look like a middle finger? No, it looks like a dick. It looks like a dick. Why is there a dick coming out of her head?
やっぱりあの神器が勘抜き代わり。
Bruh.
壊れてしまったことでアニメのように異
That
世
was
界
all
への
my
ゲートが開い
fault.
て。
That was all my fault.
ええ。私たちの世界がつながった。
じゃあゲートを閉じない限り。
この混乱は続くわ。
なるほど。
We'll have more comstocks that talk?
いや、なるほどじゃねえよ。なんだお前ら中二かよ。わかんねえよ。
Geeking out? I don't think they're geeking out. Is this the definition of geeking out? I did not know that.
あ、ごめんなさい。
ちょっと、この世界独自の表現は避けてくれない？うまく翻訳できないのよ。
翻訳？あ、言語は違うんですね。
How funny would it be if this comstock actually speaks Spanish and that's its actual language?
当然よ。世界が違うんだから。
Oh my god, is it bleeding more?
もしかして意思疎通ができているのもアーティファクトの。
だから待てって。
They both immediately stop talking. Kujo's sweeping up, keeping up with the plushie just fine, but I can't make heads or tails of what they're talking about. I need to start from the beginning.
まずお前は何なんだよ。
It's still bleeding, by the way. Anyone have bandages?
私？
そうだ、お前だ。
もう自己紹介はしたじゃない。私はセフィロトの。
それがわかんねえんだって。
What's there to be confused about? Oh, maybe he doesn't understand because he can't speak the language? Because he doesn't have powers? Presumably? Assumably? Presumably. She sighs at me. Just FYI, being treated like an idiot by a creepy little comstock is extremely irritating. I'd be mad too.
理解力のないあなたに簡単に説明してあげる。
そりゃどうも。
私はアーティファクトを回収しに来たの。あなたたち道具の使い方もわからないお猿さんには過ぎた代物よ。
猿って何様なんだこのぬいぐるみは。
だから本体はぬいぐるみじゃないわよ。可愛くて美人な女の子。
So if Bijin, why not Bijin shaped? I don't get it.
信じてないわね。だからお猿さんなのよ。
ああ。
いちいち怒らないでよ。事実なんだから。現に強大な力を得たことで我を失って同族を殺したじゃない。
You know, I've always said this. If there really is a god out there and he made us, he was very smart not to give humans powers. Imagine if people had powers. Oh, we'd have Ed and Jagan 3.0, 4.0, 5.0 over and over and over again. I'd probably be one of those. Not gonna, no, I'm kidding. Nah, probably not. I wouldn't dare hurt a fly. A fly, yes. Murder. The word hangs in the air. She must mean the statue. I can't deny that she was turned to stone. But to be completely straight about it, she was murdered. Murdered by petrification. Oh, I guess no Dr. Stone. I thought she was gonna crack back open and stuff and, you know, oh, we're all happy, we're all fine, she's home and safe and sound and stuff. But no, I guess not. And the perpetrator can only have been one of these users.
さっきも言ったけど続くわよ、この混乱は。現に力を持て余したお猿さんがさっきまで暴れていたでしょ。
And why was he tweaking out? Like, was it actually hurting him? Like, I'm pretty... Wait, That might be a stupid question. I think he was actually going like like in pain, but like I don't get it. Why? Is there no way to control that?
あの炎もアーティファクトの力。
You know, this game gets weirder and weirder every minute.
魂を焼く炎ね。使い手が未熟でよかった。そうじゃなかったらあなたたち今頃死んでいたわ。
It's bleeding again.
私もいつかあんな風に。
そうなりたくないのなら協力なさい。
協力？
あなたの能力は使える。すべての能力に対してあなたの力は切り札になりうる。
Why would I trust you? You talking kumsak?
あなたにアーティファクトを奪われたユーザーは力の制御を失う。つまりあなたは能力ごとアーティファクトを奪える。それを証明してみせた。
So what I'm hearing is she's got one of the best abilities you can have.
言っていたわね。せめて世のため人のためにって。今がその時よ。
I don't trust her.
見たでしょ、力に狂ったその末路を。事件はまだ続く。そしてまた人が死ぬ。
私なら
そう、止められるかもしれない。あなたの力があれば。
私の力が。盗人の力なんてって自分に絶望したけれど、そのためにこの髪飾りが私を選んでくれたのなら。はい、やります。アーティファクトの回収手伝います。
ありがとう。交渉成立ね。
はい。
Sorry. Kujo grabs the push's tiny nub of an arm and pumps it up and down. Are you sure that wasn't her day? Together Together with this traveler from an alternate world, she will protect our planet against the oncoming catastrophe. Still don't trust her. Miyako, Kujo has entered the fray. You know, if this were an anime, everybody would be bouncing up and down with an excitement over this scene. However, are you guys excited? I'm intrigued. I watched the two of them dispassionately. I mean, they're totally ignoring me. This must be what it feels like to be an extra in a blockbuster movie. I'm just sitting on the sideline watching the main characters psych each other up. Anyway, my bruised ego aside, I'm still a little confused about something.
なぜ俺の前に現れた？苦情じゃなく俺の前に。
あなたが最初に見つけたユーザーだからに決まっているじゃない。
Oh, guess this is his power? The messenger?
なんだって？
Kujo gasps and looks at me while I stand there frozen in surprise.
新見くんも？
いや、待ってくれ。知らねえよ。アーティファクトなんて持っちゃいない。俺がユーザーのはずがない。
そうなのよね。アーティファクトを所持している様子がないのよね。
今の冗談かよ。
いいえ、私は冗談が好きじゃない。あなたは間違いなく何らかのアーティファクトに選ばれている。
でもその場合。
そう、力の使い方を理解するはず。あなたのように。まだ名前を聞いていなかったわ。
九条美也子です。よろしくお願いします。
よろしく美也子。ソフィーでいいわ。
Yeah, Sophie. Like Sophiitis? Like, what is that? I know it says Sophia. Shut up.
俺は。
あなたはいいわ。
Oh, ouch.
なんでだよ。
とにかくミヤコのようにユーザーになった時点で理解するのよ。アーティファクトがその知識を主に与える。でもあなたは本気で分かっていないよね。とても珍しいケースだからあなたのそばにいたの。きっと普通じゃないアーティファクトの力を得ている。危険度で言えばあなたはトップクラスよ。
What?
最優先監視対象。
Does he have a nuclear bomb inside of him or something?
マジかよ。
So the reason she's been watching me is that she thinks I'm a freaking security risk? But this means I'm a user too, right? So I have powers like Kujo?
何してるの？
いや、なんかビームでも出るかなって。
バカなの？
I know, for real. That's a great question. Can you say it again?
バカなの？
I hate this thing.
あなたの監視はこれからも続けさせてもらう。もっとも、今一番危険なのは魔眼の所持者ね。
魔眼、石化のアーティファクトを持つユーザー。
その通り、石像は一体で終わらない。絶対に次の被害者が出る。ミヤコ、魔眼のユーザーを探しなさい。未然に防ぐの。これ以上の強行を。
はい、
頼んだわよ。この姿では私は本来の力を出せないから、全てはあなたにかかっている。
頑張ります。
Miyako really not questioning any of this? Like, how can she trust it so easily?
あなたのように正義感の強い子に会えてよかったわ。そしてかける。
I thought we didn't tell her our name!
おい、俺のこと知ってんじゃねえか。
だから自己紹介しなくていいって言ったの。これ以上面倒事を増やさないように。あなたはおとなしくしていなさい。いいわね。
ああ、はい。
結構ようやく協力者を得られたわね。こっちの世界のことはわからないから、ミヤコ、これからよろしくね。
ええ、よろしくお願いします。
かける？くれぐれも余計なことしないで。
This is just so bizarre and I can't help but laugh.
だから分かったって。
まだ話したいことはあるけれど、今日はこれくらいにしておきましょう。じゃあね、また来るわ。
He just summoned a black hole. The space around Sophie warps and folds in on itself, and then she disappears. What a needlessly flashy exit. Nevertheless, it's proof that she's some kind of supernatural entity. Entity.
すごい。
Kujo murmurs as she looks at the spot where Sophie once
異
was.
世界の住人と交流しちゃった。すごい。
すごいね。
The polar opposite of Kujo, trembling in excitement, I'm pretty sour.
不思議な生物と契約するみたいなのはありがちな流れだが、九条が選ばれし魔法少女だとしたら、俺どっちかっていうと敵だよな。
What if? That would be interesting.
そうね。新見くん妙に警戒されてた。
俺本当に知らなかったんだぜ。アーティファクトだのユーザーだの。
Surely they'll explain that later in the story, right?
わかってる。新見くんは嘘なんてついてない。
信じてくれてありがとう。
新見くんはどうして私のことを信じてくれたの？
何が？
私を信じて炎の中に飛び込んでくれた。
I mean, his sister?
ああ、一つは冷静じゃなかったこと。空を早く助けてやりたかった。あとはどう見ても俺の理解を超えた状況だったってことと、九条はそういう状況で適当なことを言うやつじゃないってこと。
私の人間性を信じてくれたの？
ああ、そうなのかな。
Kujo looks down, her bangs covering her expression. Maybe something I said bothered her. No way. She fumbles for her chopsticks and then reaches for a bite of food, but she stops halfway. She sets them back down and lifts her face once more. Suddenly it hits me. Is she embarrassed? Her cheeks are flushed. 1000%. I choose not I can't read. I choose not to pry, picking up my own chopsticks and returning to my meal.
新見くん、よかったら一緒にやらない？協力してほしい。
犯人探しか？
ソフィーさんのことがなくても実はできないかなって思っていたの。今回のことで私はアーティファクトを奪えることが分かった。私の力なら石化の力を奪える。犯行を防ぐことができる。
俺は役に立てないぞ。
そんなことない。新見くんがいないと私こそ何もできない。
That's a confession if I never heard one.
そんなことないだろう。
あるよ。私一人だったら今回のことも無理だった。感銘を受けたの。とても迷わず飛び込んだ新見くんに。
Have me flustered too, and that ain't even me. Hold on, where's this glaze coming from? It's only 4 episodes in.
新見くんはとても勇気のある人。私もこうなりたいって思ったの。私が頑張れたのは新見くんのおかげ。新見くんがいれば私何でもできる気がする。だからよかったら一緒に犯人を探してほしいの。
Fellas, what are you guys doing if a girl just said all of this to you? Me personally, I don't know. I'd be in awe. I'd be like, what do I even say to that?
お願い。
Dang. I'm speechless. And that ain't even to me. I carry a bite of fries to my mouth, uneasily not answering. I can't stop blushing. Yeah, I bet. We'd all fold. I never would have guessed you thought so highly of me. I'm not used to this kind of treatment. My parents certainly never had such kind words for me. How do I even react to this?
ごめんなさい。やっぱりこんなこと付き合えないよね。
It's definitely not the request being too much. It's the glaze.
いや、やろう。
いいの？
ああ、野放しにしておけないだろう。人を石化なんかしちまうクソ野郎。
He's gonna be so geeked later. Kujo smiles. She looks so happy. And now I'm back to blushing and staring at the floor. Man, I can't believe it feels so good to have a girl relying on me.
大げさな言い方かもしれないけれど、
Oh god, what now?
頑張ろうね。この街を
Okay, fair.
守るために。
Sure, sure.
あ
I nod, trying to look good in front of her. I suspect your strong sense of responsibility is what has Kujo so motivated. Not to mention her sense of justice. But what about me? Honestly, my motives aren't so pure. I don't feel any obligation to protect the town or whatever. I just don't want Kujo to be disappointed in me. I want to get closer to her. I'm deplorable, I know. But I feel it's a good enough reason for now.
よかったらこれも食べて。
あ、おう、ありがとう。
口に合わなかったら残していいからね。
いや、うまいよ、すごく。
よかった。新見くんは料理しないんだっけ？
ああ、そうだな。まったく。調理器具は一応揃えたんだけど。
あ、そっか。あるんだ。
あ、
No! She
こ
was
れ
about
から
to
も
say
よ
it.
ろしくお願いします。
We know what she was about to say.
ああ、よろしく。
We bowed to one another. I don't know if it's because we're both utterly embarrassed or we're just worn out from talking, but the rest of our meal is a little awkward. Yo, the room suddenly got hot in
じゃ
here.
あ今日はありがとう。
It's warm in here all of a sudden. Like actually, it has me flustered too. No cap.
ああ、気をつけてな。
Wasn't that such a wholesome moment? That was nice. After we finish lunch, I see off Kujo at the entryway as she gets ready to go home. I thought of maybe walking her halfway there, but nah, no need to go that
明
far.
日は学校あるのかな？
多分な。あ、そうだ、忘れてた。 あのアクセどうしたんだ？奪ったやつ。
ああ、所有権はもう手放したけれど。
Where'd it go? She fishes around in her pocket.
まだある。
She pulls the guy's necklace out of her pocket, the artifact.
持ってたのか？
直接返すべきなんだけど、自動的に戻るかなって思って。
ああ、気づいたらそばにあるんだっけ？
ええ、そうなの。そのうち持ち主の元に戻ると思う。
それはそれでまずいよな。
あ、そうよね。返さなきゃってそればっかり思ってて。
所有権を奪ったままにはできないのか？
できるけれど。
ああ、いや、今のやっぱなし。
Cujo doesn't think too highly of her powers. Keeping something that she stole from someone else would probably be really stressful for her.
ごめんなさい。そうするべきなのに。覚悟が足らないね。
そんなことないって。よかったらそれ、俺に預けてくれないか？
え？
そんなものずっと持ってるのも気持ち悪いだろ。どうせそのうち消えるなら、俺が持っておく。
お願いしてもいい？
あ？
ありがとう。
I'll take the necklace from Cujo. So this is an artifact, huh? Looks like a plain old silver necklace.
やっぱり新見くんは頼りになるね。
そのうち失望させそうだな。
Hey, come on, you didn't need to say that.
そんなことにはならないと思う。じゃあ今日はありがとう。
こちらこそ。弁当うまかった。
明日からもよろしくね。
ああ。
お邪魔しました。
Cujo puts on her shoes, offers a deep bow, and walks out the door. Artifacts, an envoy from another world. The Evil Eye's user. Me being a security risk. Cujo's powers. Today has been just a sequence of crazy revelations. Yeah, what a start to this episode, am I right? That said, the most serious event by far was, of course, Cujo coming to my apartment. Ah, yes. Not the you're a threat to the world, the society, but Cujo coming to the apartment, which I get.
安請け合いするんじゃなかったかもな。
Possibly due to it being also surreal, the situation hasn't really sunk in. But there's no denying that this object resting in my hand is a relic with power transcending human knowledge. An artifact.
どうすっかな、これ。
忘れてた。それは回収させてもらうわ。
She just come in and goes as she pleases, huh?
え？
あぐ。
うわっ！
As Sophie pops up out of nowhere, her zipper comes undone and she engulfs my hand. Gross, get it off. I flip at her and jerk my hand away only to find the artifact is gone.
アーティファクトが欲しいならそう言えよ。
How long were you standing there too? Or floating?
言ったじゃない。あなたの手なんか食べないわよ。バカね。
She sneers at me and zips herself up. I'm really starting to hate this thing.
食ったのか？
こっちの世界に戻したの。今後ミヤコがアーティファクトを奪ったら私が回収するわ。
そうすれば元の持ち主には戻らない？
もちろん。
Oh, that's great.
そうか。わかった。九条に伝えておく。
協力してくれるみたいね。あなたも。
余計な手間をかけさせない程度にな。
良い心がけね。あなたみたいな凡庸なお猿さんですらアーティファクトに認められるのだから、ユーザーはもっともっと存在するはず。
Why is she so mean for?
いちいち見下してくるな。何個流出したんだ、アーティファクトは。
知らないわ。
はあ？
たくさんよ、たくさん。
お前もなかなか優秀な人材のようだな。
うるさいわね。とにかく血眼になって探しなさい。
Okay.
中にはミヤコのように正義の心を持ったユーザーもいるでしょう。味方につけるの。そして魔眼のユーザーを探し出し、アーティファクトを奪いなさい。
お前は何すんだ？
Nothing. whole lot of nothing.
おい、
今は時期じゃないのよ。暦が悪い。
Uh-huh.
暦？なんだよその言い訳は。
うるさいわね。今は私が動く時ではないの。それにあなたの監視で忙しいし。
協力者にかける言葉かね。
細かい男ね。モテないでしょあなた。
ああ、
あらやばん。あなたと喧嘩している暇なんてないの。今度こそさようなら。見てるわよ。あなたがどんな力を得たのか。危険な存在であることを忘れないように。
はいはい。
まったく。
Seemingly unsatisfied by my lackluster replies, Sophie makes another needlessly flashy accent. I'm beat. Hop on the bed and let out a sigh. Artifacts. A negligent envoy from another world. The evil eyes user. Didn't we read this already? Me being a security risk. Kujo's powers. And unknown allies from different worlds.
とんでもねえことになった。
I may still be putting all the pieces together, but that much is obvious already. Honestly, I wish it were all just a bad joke. Do you though? But if it means I can get close to the Kujo, I'm willing to put in the effort. Ah, okay. That's a. The talent is in peril, and Kakeru Nimi. Where'd I get chi from? Nimi versus to its aid, driven by his libido. Nice. I'm the freaking worst, I swear. For real. Well, no harm in giving it a shot, he says. We got to at least work hard enough to live up to Kujo's expectations. Saving the town because they're horny is actually crazy. This guy really is a moron, but not as bad as the other one. What does this mean? What? Is this copyright? Oh, I hope not. I really hope not. Is Haruka the Kumsak? That's crazy. That was a whole prelude. Is that what you call it? Prologue, not prelude. Finish the prologue. Cool. Wow, that was just the prologue. It's been about a week since then. The incidents have only become more frequent. Both the Evil Eyes user and the new artifact users have been active. The opening of the gate plunged Shiro Mitsugawa into chaos, just like in the anime. Or so you would think. In reality, it's been a total snooze fest. We had the human petrification case, and then the illusory fire. But since then, nothing to speak of has happened. This is just conjecture, but I suspect that after those two incidents caused such a huge stir, the various users, including the culprit behind the petrification incident, are probably lying low. As for the guy who turned the school into a sea of flames, the only thing I know is that he stopped coming to school. Whoa. There's only so much that a normal student can investigate on their own. Still, I can say with confidence that there's been no sign of the chaos Sophie predicted at the very least. As a result, both finding the culprit and finding allies have turned out to be difficult objectives. The ever-responsible Kujo has been fretting over it, saying, "We need to resolve this as soon as possible, but though I feel a little guilty admitting it, I've been hoping that things stay peaceful. My reasons should be readily apparent." Thumbnail. I can hear Kujo humming to herself in the kitchen. I don't know why, but Kujo has started to come over and make me dinner on days she doesn't have work. According to Kujo.
コンビニのお弁当や外食ばかりで栄養バランスが心配だから。
Who am I to disagree? Oh yeah, how could you disagree? Apparently she finds my unhealthy eating habits unacceptable. Also, she says cooking for me is her way of thanking me for always looking out for her. He didn't do anything. I don't have the foggiest memory of always looking out for her, which makes me feel a little guilty, but I've got a girl coming over to cook for me, and not just any girl, but the prettiest girl in class. No, in my grade. No, in the whole dang school. No way could I let an event straight out of my dreams slip through my fingers. When Kujo offered to cook for me, I played it cool and said she didn't need to bother, but in my mind, I was flexing like I'd won a title match. Fair enough.
オリーブオイル、オリーブオイル。
Though quick, Kujo never makes a false step in the kitchen. Today she's making Salisbury steak. Its savory aroma wafts through the air. Ah, this must be what it feels like to live with her girlfriend. What a bliss. Each day Kujo comes over is a real treat, or it would be.
ハンバーグ、ヘイ、ハンバーグ、ヘイ。
Funny, see, we're out of the picture. Why can't my clever little sister take a freaking hint?
あのさ、にいに、
Bromeo.
なんだよ。
毎回こいつ邪魔だなって顔するのやめてくれません？
Who's gonna tell her?
あ、気づいてたのか。
露骨すぎてそりゃ気づきますよ。そんなに邪険にしていいんですかね。晩ご飯代私が出してるんですよ。
Nah. She's paying for dinner and you're glaring at her like that?
お前じゃなくておとんだろ。
Why do I keep believing her? She's such a liar. That's like the 10th lie.
ちょっと多めにもらって着服してます。
とんでもない悪党だなお前は。
ごめんなさい。私の分まで出してもらって。
Don't you dare apologize for making dinner. Kujo sets out a serving platter. On the platter sits a beautifully plated multicolored salad.
ちゃっかり自分の分まで作っちゃって。ごめんなさい。好意に甘えちゃって。
気にしなくていいって。せっかくだから一緒に食いたいし、わざわざ計算するのも面倒だし。
そうそう、料理作ってもらってる手間賃ってことで。ありがとう。できる限りお金かけないようにするから。
She's too kind.
本当気にしなくていいですよ。お父さんからちゃんと食費もらってますし。ダメ。お金は大事にしないと。
Kujo shakes her fist at me.
おじいさまがね、よく言ってるの。お金は贅沢するとすぐなくなっちゃうから、日頃から節約を心がけるべきだって。新見くんの普段の食生活だと、コンビニだと1000円近くになるし、うちのお店でも500円はかかるし、お昼もコンビニのパンやおにぎりでしょ。1日の食費だけでもバカにならないよね。でも夕飯だけでも作ればかなり抑えられるよ。今日はレタスが安かったし、ひき肉も半額だったの。そうやって安い食材を選べば今よりもずっと食費を。え、主婦？
Yeah, I guess so. Kujo waxes eloquent over the subject while I stand there listening, half in horror and half in awe. I know that financial advice was kind of crazy. She went in one episode, in 3-4 episodes, she went from homie to mom. Real fast. Miyako Kujo, the high-risk of the Corona Group of Titanic Corporation. Titanic Corporation. Her hobbies, coupon clipping and bargain hunting. She's so prudent with how she spends money that she'd cringe to see a guy like me buy 3 sweet rolls at once without a thought and say, what conspicuous conception. Cujo's the antithesis of what you'd expect from a wealthy person. If anything, she comes off as a model proletarian. This is a side of her I've only come to know in this past week. What's more, that stiff attitude towards me has started to soften up. I'm pretty excited about how fast we're growing closer.
で、セロリなんだけど、あ、セロリ入れちゃったんだけど、2人とも大丈夫？
問題なし。
ミーヤンに同じく。よかった。あ、いけない。ハンバーグ焦げちゃう。
She gasps and rushes off to the kitchen.
よかった。もうちょっとかな。先にサラダ食べてて。はーい。
Or so we say, but neither of us make a move for the salad. We're not about to start eating without Cujo while she's slaving over a hot stove for us.
いやー、いいお嫁さんになりますな。
よせよ。
何こいつ、もう時取りかよ。キモ。
うるせえよ、お前帰れよ。
お前が帰れ。
俺んちだっつうの。
いずれ私の家だ。
アホか。
アホって言った方がアホなんです。チーズ乗せる人。
はーい。
私も。
Look how quickly they search up. Cujo's charming voice brings our pointless scuffle to a close. With a practical hand, she puts on the finishing touches. And 5 minutes later, a delicious-looking dinner adorns the table.
では、いただきます。いただきます。
いただきます。
Put my hands together and offer a prayer, and then I pick up my chopsticks.
ソースもみやこ先輩作ったの？うん。ケチャップとかウスターソースとか混ぜただけだけどね。
めっちゃうまい。
よかった。やわらかい。うちのお母さんのハンバーグなんかカッチカチなんだよね。
Start chowing down. This is incredibly good, and that's no empty compliment. Of course, it doesn't hurt that Cujo was the one who made it. Nonetheless, with all due respect to Mom, it's simply no contest as to whose cooking is better. Oof.
じゃあ、そろそろやりまっか。
Still chewing her food, Soda reaches for her laptop. Unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of taking our time over dinner. You see, this is also our strategy briefing meeting.
アガスティアの葉を引き続き監視しておるのですが。
Oh, so she knows now the stuffs. Okay, well, she did see the fire thing, so like it makes sense. Right. The leaves of Agastya. And Mobius ring, the cycle of reincarnation. It's the name of the organization the protagonists belong to, apparently. Soda isn't talking about the anime, though. There's also a website of the same name. Did I skip dialogue? No, okay. Yes, it exists in spite of the anime's lackluster popularity. Or perhaps that lack of popularity is exactly the reason they felt the need to make a website. Whatever the reason, a fantastic fan site, what the freak am I talking about, nonetheless emerged, borrowing the name the Leaves of Agastya. Since posting their appreciation for the anime on Bitter is bound to make them a laughing stock. Like-minded fans congregate there to gush among themselves. It's pathetic. Unsurprisingly, it was trolled constantly while the anime was still airing, and then it basically died once the anime finished. But the webmaster still valiantly updates the blog. That's all there is to the site now. Until recently, that is.
何か気になる書き込みあった？ね、ちょっと待ってね。
She navigates around and pulls up a role-playing forum. There, people talk to each other while pretending to be characters in the anime of original artifact users that they've made up. Truly a home for the dregs of humanity. Normally, you wouldn't catch me dead browsing at a site like this, but right now, I can't let my delicate sensibilities get in the way of the business at hand.
ほら、ここ見て。今日の朝投稿された書き込みなんだけどね。
She She scrolls down the forum and directs us to a post by a person calling herself the Queen of Eden.
アーティファクトの力をうまく制御できないって相談なんだけど、見て見て、アーティファクトが力の使い方を教えてくれたけどってあって、
Now that really makes me wonder. So what is it that... What's his face? I'm already forgetting the names. Kakeru's artifact didn't tell him how to use it.
アニメにはない設定を語ってる。アニメではアーティファクトは
Wait,
何
what?
も教えてくれない、ただのアイテム。あ、そこらへん知らなかったな。私が引っかかったのはね、次の行。
力が暴走して男性が自分に夢中になる。モテすぎて困る。なんか見覚えあるな。
でしょ、これ絶対あの人だよ。知ってる人？
一方的にだけどな。登校中によく見かけるんだ。逆ハーレムになってる女子。
A reverse harem.
日に日に信者が増えていくんだよね。性格もなんか変わってるし。性格が？
最初はおどおどしてたんだ。急にモテてはっちゃけたんだろうって思ってたんだが。
そんなもんじゃないよ、あれは。モテ方も異常だし。異常なモテ方。確かに疑わしいね。書き込んだ人と同一人物ならやっぱりあの人ユーザーだよ。ここの噂を聞いたんだよ、絶対。
Oh yes, the rumor. They say there are real users mixed in with the role players on this Leaves of Agastia forum. The rumor sounded harmless and silly at first, but after the human petrification incident and the illusory fire, a lot of people are starting to believe it, or at least show interest in it. And that group of interested people obviously includes us. We've noticed there are people writing things that only real users would know. Quickly became apparent that this forum has become a meetup spot for real users pretending to roleplay. Ah, smart. And thus, here we are monitoring it. Very smart. Now as to why we've entrusted this task to Sora. No, it makes sense.
みやこ先輩に私、それに一応2位にも、あの火事の人もだし、やっぱうちの生徒がユーザーになってるっぽいな。
No, that's not just her messing around and adding herself to the account. This brat ended up being a user too. Her ability is perceptual control. What? With her powers, she can make people and objects move conspicuous or less. I don't really know what to say about her ability. She hasn't shown us her artifact, so I don't know what it looks like. What if it's... what could it be? I was gonna say the thing on her right hand, but maybe that's just part of her uniform. Probably not. Seems she may have also have additional abilities which allow her to steal things like Kujo and maybe even some sort of destructive power, but she's keeping that a secret for the time being. Why does she have so many? I thought searching for allies would prove difficult, but it turned out I had one right behind me this whole time. So we got a new member to join our party with hardly any effort.
石化事件の犯人もうちの生徒なんじゃない？
Well, this is very interesting. The sisters are user too. Wow. I like this.
そう結論づけるのは早いと思う。私たちの共通点ってフェスの会場にいたことだよね。
正確には神器が壊れた後にだろうな。でもそうなると、遠くから来てる人もいるだろう。俺たちの手には負えないな。
そうね。もしゲートが神社付近にあるなら的外れな推測ではないと思うのだけれど。あ、そうそう、思い出した。会場に気になる人でもいた？そうじゃなくてずっと聞こうと思ってたの忘れてた。何？アニメのこと。
アニメ？
みやこ先輩、アニメとの類似点がどうのこうのってよく言うじゃん。さっきも言ってたし。そうね。それでこのサイトにたどり着いたわけだし。私見たことないからピンときてないんだよね。ゲートとか異世界とか。実は2位にもそうでしょ。
俺はそういうもんって流しちまってたけど、確かにそうだな。
でしょでしょ。家事とか見たし、実際に私もユーザーになってるし、今更って感じはあるんだけどさ。ここの掲示板の人たちがやたら盛り上がってるのがなんかこう温度差なんだよね。このエデンの女王もうさ、なんか怪しいって思っただけで宮子先輩みたいにアニメにはないこと書いてるって分かんなかったし。ああ、なるほど。そうね、アニメの知識がないと。そうそう、もしかしたら大事な情報を見落としてるかもなーって、だから聞かないとって思ってた。
一応全部見たんだっけ？
うん、全25話全部。何気に2クールのアニメだったんだ。かなり力入れてたみたいだから、私はよくわからないんだけど、作画あの良さには一定の評価を得ているみたい。
内容は
Kujo smiles sheepishly. Well, that explains that.
つまんねえと。そこまでは言わないけれど、難解というか説明不足というか。
ちらっとサイト見たけど、そのあたりがマニアには受けてるみたいだな。逆に
思わせぶりな要素を深読みして楽しむタイプの人たちだ。町おこしのアニメだから、白蜜川の言い伝えを現代風にアレンジしたストーリーになるのかな。小さい頃に聞いた話ではあったから、ちょっと懐かしくはあったかな。言い伝えって何でしたっけ？
小学校で言ったろ、つくも神社。
ああ、あの課外学習の定番の。
その時成瀬のおじいちゃんに聞いたじゃん、白蜜川の言い伝え。
だからそれどんな話？おい、
おじいちゃんの声すっげえ穏やかで眠くなるんだよな。
わかる、それ超わかる。昔この土地に大きな災いがあって、白蛇様が助けてくれたって話だね。
その白蛇様が何？お守り的な感じで置いてってくれたのがあの神器だよな。
そうそう。なんだよ、ちゃんと覚えてるじゃん。
部分的にはな、部分的に。どんな災いだったとか覚えてない。
そのあたりは私も曖昧なんだけど、アニメと絡めて話してもいい？セーブ画面です。
That's where I wrap it up.
セーブします。セーブしました。
I'll wrap it up there. Time to go. Time to go. This was once again another interesting episode. Like I said earlier, it gets a little more weird, as every minute is definitely an exaggeration, but as every episode that I've played so far, it does get a little more weird. Not in a bad way. I like it. I'm enjoying this. It's fun. Definitely very intrigued. Liking the characters, liking the sister, liking everything so far. It's great. I got nothing more to say though. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for joining me in another episode. If you did enjoy, once again, I'll remind you, please consider hitting that like and subscribing if you haven't already done so. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, y'all stay safe. And until next time.